So we're trying to create an online test using Examtone.com. Examtone.com is a platform where you can create your own examination questions and answer for your students to attend. So it's a perfect place where you could create your own computer-based assessment that your students can take part in anywhere they are using whatever internet-based device they have, their laptop, their phones, their tablets. So for you to create an online test on Examtone, you need a valid account. So you could create an account for free, but if you have an existing account, you can just log in. We need to log in before we could create an online test. So you enter your username or email address, then your password. Then after you log in, you're going to see a place that asks you, you click on a link that says create an online test. It's here. So you click on this link and it brings up the quiz editor for you, where you can enter the details of the examination that you want to create. Now it says you enter a title for the quiz. The title for your quiz is usually the title for the test that you say mathematics or English, or you say geography, or you say arithmetic. Whatever title that fits the post or the quiz that you're trying to create, you give it. But to save time, I have with me here a couple of questions I got from online, Alberta Communication Test. And I'm just going to copy from the test to use as a demo. So my test here is Alberta Communication Test. And that is the perfect title for my test. That's perfect title. I can say Alberta Communication Test. Okay, so there you go. Now I need to describe this quiz in a few words. Now all this thing is good just for search engine. What kind of description can I give this? So what is Alberta Communication Test? Okay, I have sample test questions. This one says it includes questions that measure 3 different areas, vocabularies, whatever. Okay. Okay, so I can just copy this and use it as my description. Okay, it's fair enough. So I can call it sample test questions. Sample test questions, so that you know that this is not the real question. These are sample test questions. So if I have a cover picture for this test, I can put it there. And if I want to write an article, probably for description as well, I could put it here. And also keywords, then publish here if I want the public to be able to see. Then I continue. Okay, so this one takes us to the next screen that brings up more quiz options. It's asking me if the quiz has subgroups, okay? Or if I want to randomize questions. Usually you want to randomize so that every time the user comes on to take the test, they take fresh questions. So the computer randomly selects the number of questions that you want. Then if you want to save the test results, then for you to see the performance of your users, of the students, or if you want to, this one is selected if you want to edit the questions now. So I want to select this because I think the questions I have subgroups. Okay, it has subgroups. Like this one is underlined words, group of words with the same meaning, 1 to 4, a different group, from 5 to 7, another group. So I'm going to select that I have subgroups, then I'm going to continue. The next screen is going to ask me to create my subgroups. Okay, I need to first create subgroups. The first subgroup is choose a word or group that means the same, whatever. So I copy this, I paste here. A word that means the same underlined word. So I need to add another subgroup, which is next says second subgroup. Find a word that is not spelled correctly. Okay. Now another subgroup 3. What is the third subgroup? Look at the underlined word in the phrase. Look at this another subgroup here. Okay. Do we have another subgroup? Yes, we do. Okay. So we continue to enter subgroups like this until, okay, this is another subgroup here. Subgroups allow us to enter as much questions as we like, so that users can be tested based on their knowledge of more than one category of questions. So after entering all the subgroups, I can just save and continue. After which the next screen asks me to enter questions for each of those subgroups. So the first one is my first subgroup is choose the word or group of words that means the same or about the same as underlined words. That's the first subgroup. So it asks me to enter the questions for the first subgroup. Now let me go back up and look at the questions for the first subgroup. Okay, the first one says to invade is to. Now this is it. To invade is to. Now this is an underlined word, and I really need to underline this. So to launch the advanced editor that would give me underline and all those things, I need to double click on this area. So it brings up this, then I can just select and underline. Okay. Then the first option is deceive. The second option is breach. The third option is impair. Then the fourth option is abuse. Then if there are answer notes or workings, you put it here. Now, then you select the correct option, the second option selected. So when you're done with the first option, you select for the second option, the second question. So you enter the second question. The same way, I want to underline this word, so I double click, then I select, then underline. The first option here is correction. The second option is dilemma. The third option is enticement. The fourth option is interest. Then my answer notes, if I have any, I need to enter the answer notes. These are workings, so I enter this. Now the correct option here is C, which is 3, right? So then the question number 3, says vehement action. Now I need to underline this as well. So I double click, then I click on underline. Then I choose the first option, which is evasive. The second option is confusing. The third option, copy, paste. The fourth option, copy, paste. Then if I have the answer notes. These answer notes are information that the user is going to see after they are done with the test for correction purposes. So the fourth option is the correct answer. Now the fourth option the fourth question. Okay. So I enter the question and I need to underline conditions. So I double click here to launch the advanced editor. Then I click on underline. Then the first option. Okay, there are more to the question. There are more to the question. Then, so now this is it. So the first option is this. The second option is this. Third option is this. The first option is this. Then my answer notes. This one is a lot, but so it's just okay. Enter the answer notes. So then, which one is the correct answer? Correct option is 4. Okay, so that is all for the first category. So to go to the next category, I save this one. So here is my second subgroup, second category that says find the word that is not spelled correctly. Now, so the first question on this category, there is no question, so I'm just going to go ahead and enter the options. Then 3, then 4. Then are there any answer notes? Yes. Okay. So the correct answer is option 1. So the next question in this category, okay, first option is decide. Oops, no. First option, second option, third option, first option, then the answer note. Then the correct option is the third option, the first option. So then another question, you have the first option, another option, another option, another option. Oops. No. Okay, there are no questions there. This is the first option, the second option here, the third option here, the first option here, and this is the answer next. The correct option is the first option. So this is the last question in this category. We can proceed to the next category by saving this one. Then the third subgroup is to look at the underlined word Unique phrase. So the first question is here. So we just enter the first option. There is no question in this. There is no question in this one as well. The second here, the third here, and the fourth. Also, we have a couple of. We need to underline some words. So we double click to launch the editor. We double click, then underline. Oops, okay. I need to double click. Underline. Double click. Double click. Underline. First option. Double click. Underline. Then the answer note. Then the correct option is the first option. Next. Okay, this is the last option. This is the last question in the third category. So we can remove this empty question. Then let's go to the next category. The next category is read each sentence, decide which word or group belongs in the blank. Oof. Okay. So we'll copy question. Okay, let's wait for this. Okay. We decide which word belongs in the blank. Question, then the first option, then the second option, then the third option, then the first option, then the answer notes, the correct option is the third option. So next question. The witness stated, okay, let's copy and paste. First option, the second option, the third option, the first option, then the answer notes, then the correct option is D. Yes. Now that's the last in this category, so we save. So we wait for the second category to load. The next category, which is which sentence is written clearly and correctly. Okay. So let's copy the first option. There is no question in this particular section. So the first option, the second option, the third option, then the first option. So my answer notes is here. It's way like 4. But wait, our portal here can contain as much information as possible. You see, we are not entering any question here because there's no question available for this. It's only options. So the correct option is Um, uh, okay, option C. Okay. So now that is the only question. Okay, we have another question here. The first option, second question in this subgroup. The first option, the second option, the third option, fourth option, the answer notes. Now the correct option is option D. So we go straight. This is the last subgroup, so we just go straight to the next level, which is the summary, where we decide how many questions do we want to select for each subgroup. The subgroup may have up to 20 questions, but you may only want to just just to pick like 2 out of it. So, okay, but before we do that, I think we may have some other question that is not in other categories. So there is a portal that says on categorized questions, right? But we don't have any question that is not in any category, so we need to just continue. So here is the place where you have in the summary, you select how many questions per test per group. Okay, you set the number of times that you want the test to last in seconds. Like that means if you want 5 minute test, that will be 5 times 50, which is 300 seconds. So we want it to be 5 minutes, so we just say 300. Then how many questions per test per group? The first category, we have a total of 4 questions. We could select, like, we want to have 2 questions from this subgroup. The second subgroup has a total of 3 questions. So we could say, we want just 1 from this. Then look at the third category has 1 question. The another category has 2 questions. We can select just 1. This one has 2. Let's bring out 1. Then the uncategorized question, we don't have any question here. We can just turn it off. So we can save it. So this brings us to the last stage. We can add this test into different categories. Soon we're going to have a platform where we can create our own categories, but for now we can only select from the existing Examtone categories. So this is there is one that says use of English. I think this one is more of use of English. Then who can view this quiz? I think everyone could view it. So let's save. So post successfully saved. We could share the post on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google Plus, on social media. We could share it, or we could just view the post right now. So this is the page for the test. and we can share this page with the people that are going to, with the users or the students. We can share this page with them for them to take the test from here. Anyone that wants to take the test just needs to wait and click this start online test, and then we can take it. You can see the total number of questions is 6, and the first one is this category, receive. So users can select the kind of test, the option. You can see the category, the question category here, the main question here, and the option. So this is not well formatted, but that is the way it is. Then users get it. Then after everything is done, the user could see the correction. User could see the correction. So that is about how to create the test. If you want to delete, this is the quick link to delete. If you want to edit the test, this is the link to edit the test. So that is more like everything. Thank you so much.